Hi, this is Keith Furrow, the trust name in real estate along the Gulf Coast. Today I thought we would talk about a pool. Is a pool a good idea? Now, pools are very subjective. And what I mean by that is you have above ground pools. They really don't have a lot of value. You put them in, they probably lose 90% of its value immediately. Will the next buyer want it? Maybe, maybe not. So they're not that valuable. Up north, they're more common, and that's a little bit different scenario. Down here, in-ground's better. Then you have different types. You've got liner pools, you've got gunite pools, you've got the insert pools, you've got to consider well points, your water table. So the cost of this is going to matter. Now, do pools add value to your house? Yes, in most cases they do. If you spend 40 on a pool or 80 on a pool or 120 on a pool, and a friend of mine was here a few weeks ago, he said it's $500,000 in California and San Francisco for a pool. I'm like, whoa. So depending on, would you get, let's say you put 80 into a pool because you've got special landscaping and you have to put a tie wall and you have to do all these special things. Would it increase your value of your home 80,000? I don't think so. It's very, very unlikely. It may increase it 20, 30, 40, depending on many different factors. We'd have to come out and look at your specific situation. Is everyone in the neighborhood have a pool but you? Maybe it lowers the value. When we go to sell a house with a pool, there are less buyers who want a pool. And I'll get to in a minute why. But when you want a pool, you want a pool. When my wife and I bought our current house, we were displaced after a couple storms, and we said we want a pool. So we found, I can't remember the exact number, maybe 9, 10 houses with a pool. We got to about the 6th house, and I was done. It had all the privacy in the backyard. The pool was ginormous, and I said, done. I bought a lot around my backyard and my pool. My house is fine, but my wife really liked the house. But the point is that for me, it was a factor. I wasn't going to buy a home without a pool because I knew that if I bought a home and I was going to live in it for long term, that I was going to have to put a pool in. And I knew pools cost a lot of money. So the previous people had spent a lot of money on the pool. They got benefit because it was the right time in the market, but not all the benefit, and I still benefit. Now, let's talk about the cost. The monthly things you have to think about is water, chemicals, replacing the liner, repairs, the pool deck, the drainage, the retention wall, the cage, the type of cage. When the storms come, sometimes it just takes the screen out. Sometimes it takes the cage out. What's the quality of the cage? Was it put in by a DIY person? Was it put in by a professional? What's is the screen the heavy duty type? Is the screen the solar screen, which would make the pool cold? Versus the kind that's not a solar screen, but do you want to stay out of the sun, but then your pool's cold? Do you have a heated pool? These are different things, and every situation is very subjective. Now, what does it cost? It costs between $200 and $500 a month for a pool. You've got added expenses for insurance and the water and chemicals I mentioned. Every so often you've got to replace the liner and other repairs. And with a pool, someone could get hurt or drown. Those are real factors. And you've got, make sure you have to have a fence and these kind of things. So those are things you have to think about. And there's something else that a lot of people don't think about. Lower end homes. You've got a home, let's just use a number, $150,000 a home. Modest home, nice home, it's fine, it's small, maintained, decent. You can have a low end home and have it be a low end mean cost and have it nice. And you really want a pool. You say, we don't need a bigger house than 1,200 square foot, it's fine, I like this house. You put it $50,000 into a pool. You say, okay, now we already talked about that's not going to increase the full amount of value, but there's something else you have to consider. You go to sell that house, and someone else is going to come along and buy that house. And they love the pool. And we have to remember, some things make a house sell faster, some things make more money. But the lenders are going to factor in all those costs I talked about, because they know that people who are starting out in life or don't have a lot of income, and many reasons, they know that the cost of a pool could be adverse to their ability to pay that house. And so those are things you have to think about. And it was interesting. I never really thought about that till we listed some older homes that had nice pools. They were really nice. And when we went to sell them, it really became an issue because of the fact the lender looked at that. Never really thought of from the lender's perspective. I'm the real estate guy. I'm over here thinking real estate. And so I like to learn from everything that I come across, and I like to share that. Now, if you want specific information about your house, let us know. We'd love to, should I get a pool? The way we do real estate here at Keith Furrow Associates, we're the trust name real estate. We want to be your resource forever. Even if you don't buy a home from us, we'll still come give you an objective opinion. Because at the end of the day, we live in this community. We love Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Pensacola Beach, Navarre Beach, and we want to be your neighbor, your friend, and we want to be here for life. So let us know if you want some help. Keith Furrow Associates, have a great day.